These actions started in the past and will continue into the future. Okay, usually they will continue to the future, but we are emphasizing they have continued over a period of time from the past up to present. Okay, how do we make present perfect continuous? We use have or has plus been plus ing form of the verb. Okay, the use is shows an action that is started in the past, continues to the present, and will continue into the future. Time makers like for, since, all. We use these expressions because we are emphasizing that it has been happening over a period of time. So it's very important that we are emphasizing the period that in which the action has been taking place. Look at the examples. She has been feeling sick for 3 days. You see, the period is mentioned here. She has been feeling sick for 3 days. He has been working from home since Monday. I've been trying to contact you all week. Okay, so all these uh, time expressions emphasize the period in which something has been happening. Okay, I have got more information for you from another source here from englishpage.com. It is present perfect continuous. The same story is told to you, but I like these graphs that are used here. So present perfect continuous uses, use one, duration from the past until now. So as you can see in the graph, something has happened in the past. It has continued up to present. So that's the difference between present perfect continuous and present perfect. In present perfect, usually the action is over, is done, and it is finished. But the time of the action is not mentioned. Okay? But in present perfect continuous, something has started in the past, continued up to present. So we use present perfect continuous to show that something started in the past and has continued up until now. For 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, and since Tuesday, all our durations we can use, which can be used with the present perfect continuous. Look at the examples. They have been talking for the last hour. She's been working at that company for 3 years. What have you been doing for the last 30 minutes? James has been teaching at the university since June. Okay, so these are all present perfect continuous. Another use for present perfect continuous is something which has been done recently or lately. Okay, you can also use the present perfect continuous without a duration, as for 2 weeks. Um, Without duration, the tense has a more general meaning of lately. We often use the words lately or recently to emphasize this meaning. Look at the examples. Recently, I've been feeling really tired. She has been watching too much television lately. Have you been exercising lately? Mary has been feeling a little depressed. Lisa has not been practicing her English. What have you been doing? Okay, so it means what have you been doing recently or what have you been doing lately? Look at the note. Remember that present perfect continuous has a meaning of lately or recently. If you use the present perfect continuous in a question such as have you been feeling all right, it can suggest that the person looks sick or unhappy. A question such as have you been smoking can suggest that you smell the smoke on the person. Using this tense in a question suggests you can see, smell, or hear, or feel the results of the action. It is possible to insult someone by using this tense incorrectly. Okay, so be careful that when you are using present perfect continuous, it means that you have seen the results of something, and then you're asking. For example, if someone is gasping for breath and he's sweating all over, You can ask him, have you been running? Okay, it means that you are seeing the person's face and you see the results of the action of running, and you ask him, have you been running? Okay, so remember, non-continuous verbs or mixed verbs, uh, or mixed verbs. It is important to remember that non-continuous verbs, or if you remember, we talked about it in the classroom, we call them state verbs, cannot be used in any continuous tenses. Also, certain non-continuous meanings for mixed verbs cannot be used in continuous tenses. Instead of using present perfect continuous with these verbs, you must use present perfect. Look at the examples. For example, Sam has been having his car for 2 weeks. This is incorrect because have, the verb have, shows ownership, and we cannot use them. It's not an action verb, it's a state verb. Here, when it shows the possession or the ownership of the car, so only we can use in present perfect form like this. This is correct. Sam has had his car for 2 years. Okay, any questions so far? No?
No.
Hello?
No.
Everybody is here? Or
Yes.
No. Yes.
okay, don't worry, we're done now quickly. So the examples below show the placement for grammar adverbs such as always, only, never, ever, still, just, etc. For example, you have only been waiting here for 1 hour. Okay, so you see we use other adverbs usually after have. Okay, the adverbs such as always, only, never, ever, still, just. Or look at the next example. Have you only been waiting here for 1 hour? Okay, so we use only after have, or it is a question form after the subject. And this is the form of active and passive. Some examples, for example, recently, John has been doing the work. Okay, so if you want to use it in the passive form, you can say recently the work has been being done by John, which is a little odd. If you use John, it's better to use the active form. But anyway, it's good to know that the passive form is has been being done, something. Okay? So let's do some exercise to find out if you got the point or not. Okay, we've got a conversation here. You have to complete the conversation. So I read the conversation. Please tell me, what do you think about the gaps? I think the waiter
has been forgotten.
Pardon?
Has been forgetting.
As forgetting? Is it possible?
No, I think forgot us.
Forgotten.
I think the man forgot us.
You should use either present perfect or present perfect continuous.
Present perfect.
Has forgot
Has forgot us.
or forgotten us. Okay? Has
Forget,
forgotten. Only present perfect is possible. Why?
Because for forget, we cannot add ing to forget.
Very good. We cannot use forget in the present continuous or present perfect continuous form. So look at the next sentence. We here for over an hour and nobody are ordered yet. Okay, so
we have been waiting here.
We have been waiting here.
very good. We have been waiting here for over half an hour and nobody
Nobody
Nobody has taken our order.
has taken.
Yes, nobody has taken our order yet. Just simple present perfect. I think you're right. He by us at least 20 times.
He has been
He has walking by us.
He has been walking? Or
He has walking.
No, he has.
He was walking.
He has
He has walked.
walked. He has walked.
Yeah, the action is over. It doesn't continue. It's not continued.
Yes.
You are just emphasizing that he has done this several times. Okay, so it is present perfect, not present perfect continuous. He probably thinks we
We
ordered.
we have
already
already
We have already ordered.
we have ordered.
yeah, present perfect. We have already ordered. Okay, it's something we've done in the past. It didn't continue up to now. So look at the next one. Look at that couple over there. They be only here for 5 or 10 minutes and they already have their food.
They have been here. They have been only here.
Only been.
They have only been here.
They have been only.
they have
They have only been here.
Only been here.
been.
Yes.
Present perfect, because be cannot be used in continuous form. He must realize we
Have not ordered.
Have not ordered.
We have not ordered.
have not ordered
Ordered. Yes.
yet. We sit here for over half an hour staring at him.
We have
We
Have been sitting
have
here.
been
We
sitting.
have been sitting here.
Very
been
good. We have been sitting.
Sitting here.
Yeah.
For over
We have
half
been
an hour.
sitting here for over half an hour staring at him. I don't know if he
If he had even noticed us.
Has even noticed.
Even
Has
noticed
even
us.
noticed it.
noted. Very good. If he has even been, sorry, if he has even noticed us, yes. He run from table to table, taking orders and serving food.
he has
He
been
has been running.
He
He
has
has been running from table to table.
very good. It means he's still running. He's running from table to table, taking orders, but he just ignores them. That's true. And he look not
Has
in our
not looking.
He has not looked.
He has
He
not
has
not
not looked.
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 Let's check. 100% correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. So you know the grammar point. Well,
No, we're not.
you don't?
Before we learned, maybe you forget now.
My favorite time.
Do you want to do another practice?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Let's do another practice. So you have to use again present perfect or present perfect continuous. So the first one is a short dialogue. Judy says, how long
Have you been in Canada?
have you
Have you been in Canada?
been? Can we say being?
No.
No.
We cannot. So how long have you been in Canada? And the answer is
I
have been studying.
I have studied here.
No,
I have
been
studied. I have studied here.
I have been studying.
Studying here. I have been studying here for more than 2 years.
Oh, I have been studying.
Look at the next sentence. Number 2. I have the same car for more than 10 years. I'm thinking of
I have had.
I have had.
I have had. Can we say I have been having?
No.
Not possible, because have is one of the state verbs. We cannot use that in the present perfect continuous form. Number 3, I love chocolate since I was a child. You might even call me a